Oh, Codic. This man made a zombies tier list, and let's just say that I did not agree with some of the things that he said. So we're going to be doing things on my own right now. We're going to be taking matters in my own hands here and rating all the zombie maps and how I would rate them as a casual shitter that really sucks at zombies. But, I like to think that my judgment of map design is at least pretty good. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to try making this video as short as possible because Codic's video was literally 40 minutes long, and no thanks, we're not trying to do that here. So let's jump right into it. We're just going to hop into Nacht Der Untoten-Firebase. It is we'll say it's a good map because it is very simple, alright? You can just hop into it, you can turn your brain off, sit on the top of the staircase. It is the first ever map made, so you can't really be too harsh on it. But at the same time, it is very simple compared to the other maps. Moving on to Verrucht. Decent map because it is extremely difficult and I don't like playing it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't really like it a whole lot compared to the other maps because, well, difficulty. I kind of wanted to play zombies as a casual experience. And the Winter's Howl, it sucks, okay? It's awful. I hate that wonder weapon. Moving on to Shino Numa. It is also a good map. The reason why I say this is some people probably say it's great, but I don't know. I just don't really like the look of it. The map itself, I think, is fine. I don't really like the slow parts of the map where you have to walk through the water. It makes you really slow. Don't really like that aspect. I don't really like the darkened gray colors. I know it's kind of like what Black Ops and World at War, were. They were really gray. This one just felt like it was a lot more gray. I don't know. This was kind of a personal pick. This one's not really too much of a problem. You could really put this in good or great. Those two can go back and forth. Moving on to Doris, though, this is an amazing map. This is the first amazing map of the list here, because, well, it's just a classic. It has everything. There's really no reason to not like Doris. I mean, maybe because there's not too many places to train. It is one of the smaller maps in zombies, but it just has pretty much everything you need. It's kind of like Kino here, which I'm also going to throw into amazing right now. It's kind of like Kino. Kino and Doris, they just have everything, so there's really no reason to not like these two maps. Maybe some people can say they're overrated, and maybe put them down into great or maybe good can be fluctuated in, but I don't see a huge reason for why it would be any lower than good. Moving on to 5, I do not like this map. This was probably my first controversial pick here. I'm throwing it in decent. I like the map itself, but the Pentagon Thief, a lot of people like him. I don't. I'm not a huge fan, if I'm being completely honest with you. Just the fact that he takes away your weapons and he's extremely beefy. I just don't really like stuff in the game, or in zombies in general, that strip away your weapons. Or in Ascension's case here, which I'll also be putting in decent, takes away your perks. I just don't like when maps strip stuff away from you. Because like I said, I prefer my zombies experience to be casual, and I feel like I have to always be on the move. I prefer to sit in one area, train, for the first 10 rounds or so, maybe 15 rounds, you get perks, pack a punch, all that stuff, and then just maybe just have as Codic said, put a podcast on, maybe listen to watch some YouTube videos, talk with some friends if you're playing with them, and just have a decent time. But the Pentagon Thief and the monkeys from Ascension just do not let you do that. Next up, Call of the Dead. I was a little harsh to it when I was watching Codic's video. I said it was a decent map. It's good. It's a good map. I'm not a huge fan of the ice or George Romero, like I said. Though my opinions on that have not changed, but I do like the wonder weapons in the map. Even though the wonder weapon is really garbage, it just turns someone into a human, which is bad. But I'm talking about the sniper. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called the scavenger, I think. But it was just a really satisfying weapon to use. I don't think I've made it far enough to kill George, so maybe if I actually learned how to do that, I'd like them up a bit more. But I don't know. I just didn't really like George or the ice or anything about it. Shangri-La, if you've seen the stream that me, Power Pack, and Codic did, you'll know that it's a bad map, in my opinion, and I'm not going to say any more than that. Fuck Shangri-La. Moving on to Moon. Great. I'm going to say, I don't know. Yeah, we'll put it in great. I'm putting it in great because I really like this map. I really do. But I just feel it's a little too easy. I like my easy maps, like Hino and Doris. I mean, maybe Doris isn't exactly easy, but like Kino, I do like easier maps, but the zero gravity area outside of the moon base, it makes it just way too easy. You can last forever. Like there's really nothing really holding you back when it comes to moon. Transit, bad. I hate the bus, hate the fog, hate the creatures in the fog. I hate where Pack-a-Punch is located. I don't like this map. Moving on to Nuketown Zombies here. We're gonna go put this thing in good. I like this map. I really do. It's another casual map. The RNG is a bit of a problem for me. I don't like waiting for my perks because I find myself stockpiling so many fucking points that I end up just wasting on the boss when I don't need to. So I'll just have all these points stocked up that when I want to buy perks, I just can't. So, I don't know. I just don't really like waiting. Speaking of waiting, Die Rise, fuck this map. It has the problem that Nuketown has, but it's 30 times worse. Waiting for these goddamn elevators is the biggest pain in the ass that I've ever had to experience in Zombies. I don't know if this is my least favorite map of all time or anything, but it is definitely bad because of the fact of those elevators. I know you can get a key or something to speed up the process, but on top of that, the Wonder Weapon makes the map 30 times easier. You literally just sit in a little area and just shoot little purple fucking Kool-Aid at the ground and make the zombies slide away. I'm sorry, I do not like this map. Mob of the Dead, we're gonna be putting Mob of the Dead in Amazing. Do I really need to explain why? There are some people, like Codic, who say that this map isn't amazing, but you know, I like the whole afterlife system. It's like a mini quick revive. It's nice. I love the mechanics they implemented into it. I love the boss. I love the warden. I really love fighting him. He was a fun boss. The Tomahawk, completely forgot the name of it. It wasn't called the Tomahawk, it's called something else, but there's just so many mini things that were thrown into this map that just added to the charm of it. It was just a really fun map. And then moving on to Buried, I'm also going to put this in Great because it is just easy. It is a fun map. You could just hop into this map and just vibe for like an hour or so. But I can't see myself playing this map for more than an hour just because of how easy it is. Moving on to Origins, well, this is one of the maps where one of my iconic rage moments is. You know, you might think I hate the map, which I don't. This is actually one of my favorite maps in Zombies because of the fact that, honestly, it's kind of like Kino. It has everything, but Origins just does what Kino does better. It has literally everything that you would need in Zombies, plus more. The staffs were a great addition to the game. They make the gameplay a hell of a lot more fun and satisfying. There's just, I don't know. I don't see why anyone would really despise Origins. Maybe they can put it in like good because they can complain that it's like maybe too big or it's too much. Because I will admit, if like you don't know the mechanics, it is quite a crazy map to learn. There's a lot you have to learn, but once you learn them, it's a pretty good map. Shadows of Evil, bad, way too big. I know you might be saying, well, you like Origins, so why don't you like... Well, Shadows of Evil just feels bigger. It's way too big. It feels like it's two maps crammed into one. I do not like it. I feel like you have to do so much more involving, like, you know, collecting stuff and just... it feels like you're doing a whole damn quest. Like, yeah, you could say you can do that with Origins or Mob of the Dead, but I feel like Shadows of Evil has that problem way worse than any of the other maps. Horizon Druck, haven't played it. I'm just gonna throw all these maps that I haven't played. I have not played any of the Black Ops 3 maps. I'm gonna throw them all just in haven't played because, well, I have not played them. Blood of the Dead, it's a great map. I just like Mob of the Dead better. That's pretty much it. I mean, because it has pretty much the same things that Mob of the Dead had, but they kind of just expanded on it. They removed Afterlife, which is kind of the main reason why it's lower, because I just loved Afterlife so much and it's just not there anymore. Classified. I'm gonna put this in Great because, you know, it's better than 5 in my opinion, just because it has no Pentagon Thief, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty much the exact same map, except it just doesn't have the Pentagon Thief, which I like. Voyage of Despair, I played it once, and that's all I needed to know to play it. Trash map. Get out of here. 9, this map is great. I don't know. I kind of want to put it in Amazing, but I don't think it stands up with, you know, Derice, Kino, Mob, and Origins. I'm going to leave it in Great, because this map is another map where I don't even think you need to know the mechanics to really enjoy this map. The whole idea of the map alone, just being in a gladiator arena and stuff, it was a concept I was not too sure about, but it ended up being really damn fun. The different types of zombies that you fought against there weren't too many, because it's been a while since I played it, but I do remember there were a lot of different types of zombies you fought. There's a lot of diverse combat that you had in 9, and that's why I like it so much. Dead of the Night, I did play it, don't remember what it was like. Same with Ancient Evil, so it's also going to go and haven't played. You're probably noticing that I kind of checked out of zombies during Black Ops 3 and 4. Alpha Omega, however, I did play, and yeah, I'd say that it was a decent map. Mainly because, well, I'm considering putting in bad, but it's not nearly as bad as Voids of Despair and Die Rise and stuff, so I'm gonna leave it here because it is just a worse version of Nuketown Zombies. There are more mechanics, yes, but yeah. Nacht Der Untoten, haven't played. That's it, just haven't played it. D Machine, I have literal days played on this map. When Call of Duty Cold War first came out, I think the D Machine is probably one of my most played maps that I've ever played in Zombies. So just for that reason alone, I'm going to put it in Amazing. This is probably one of the most controversial opinions that I have on this list, but it's the fact that I have put so much time into it. I love the Wonder Weapon. I learned to do the Easter egg solo. It was the first Easter egg that I actually completed on my own. Everyone says it's the easiest Easter egg. I really don't care, okay? The fact that I even bothered to attempt it solo, because I didn't know it was the easiest at the time. That's not why I attempted it. I just really enjoyed the map. Alright, and the final map here, Firebase Z. You might be thinking that since I put so much time into Cold War Zombies that I'm probably going to put this in great, but I'm actually going to put it in decent. When I was in Codic's chat, when he was rating all these, I said that it was a good map, but to be completely honest with you, I do not have nearly as much fun playing Firebase Z as I would playing a map, say, like, you know, just D Machine, you know, just, it's just not, it's weird, because I think the map itself had a lot of potential, but the boss zombies kind of suck. Like, they're all bad. Like, there's not a single one where, like, it's gonna be like, man, remember Firebase Z, remember that boss? Like, it's just, I'm just not a fan of it. I don't know. It's not a bad map. It's not a bad map whatsoever. It's definitely not a bad map, but... Okay, so we're actually just going to rearrange these maps now. We're going to do a little bit of a lightning round here because I want to keep this video under 15 minutes. Let's do it! Okay, so for the Amazing category, we're going to go Origins, Kino, Mob of the Dead, D Machine, and Der Riese. You're probably wondering why Der Riese is at the Amazing category, or is at the back of the Amazing category. Well, keep wondering, because it's still amazing, so don't judge me. Going into the Great category, Moon, Classified, Blood of the Dead, 9, and Buried. Moving into the Good category, we got Nacht, Call of the Dead, Nuketown Zombies, and Shino Numa. Going into the Decent category, Ascension, 5, Firebase Z, Verrupt, and Alpha Omega. Now in the Bad category, the best of the bad here, we're rolling up here, boys. The best of the bad here is Transit. I think it's the best bad map here in Zombies history. Then it goes Shangri-La, Die Rise, Voyage, and then Shadows. Now that I think about it, I'm switching Shadows from Voyage. Shadows is a bad map, but it's not nearly as bad as Voyage. And yeah, that's my list right there, boys. I hope that I kept this under 15 minutes. You know, while I'm editing, I guess I'll find out, but I wanted to make this as quick as possible because, well, Codic's video was nearly 40 damn minutes long, and I did not want my video being that long. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if I didn't go too in-depth about the maps. I just wanted to fire this out to, you know, respond to Codic's video because, well, there were some maps that I disagreed with. If you would like me to go more in-depth about a specific map, feel free to ask me about it in the comment section, and I'll gladly do it. I try to respond to every single comment, and thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.